Hello, Answerly viewers! You know, it's been a little while since we've sat down and did some good old-fashioned word definitions. When you're wandering around the video game realm, there's a lot of acronyms being thrown around left and right. Eventually you might be able to figure them out on your own, but personally I had to look pretty much every single one of these acronyms up to know what people were talking about. This week I want to help you with some of the most basic acronyms you might run into if you are to start playing games. First, let's start with different types of gameplay. Often these particular acronyms will be used to describe the different types of game servers or realms that you might choose to play on, depending on your favorite game style. These terms are all pretty standard across a lot of different games out there. RP stands for roleplay, which is the type of gameplay where the players actually prefer to take on the role of the character that they're playing. This can mean speaking in character in game and in the chats in the game, or even continuing the role playing outside of the game on different chats or forums. PVE stands for player versus environment, and it's widely known as the normal style of gameplay. The main focus of this type of gameplay is the player playing against the computer-controlled mobs or bosses. PvP stands for player versus player. The difference in this type of gameplay is that players actually have the chance to go up against other human players rather than just fighting the computer players. Now let's talk about the different sorts of damage you might do in-game. Most types of spells or attacks that you'll use in a game are single targeted spells where you fire off a spell or a punch or a weapon and that hits one enemy. But there are other types of spells and attacks that you can use that have the ability to hit more things than just one. AoE stands for area of effect. These types of attacks can affect more than a single target, and this is spread out over a predetermined area that it affects. Get it? DOT or DOT stands for damage over time. This is pretty self-explanatory, but these types of spells do a certain amount of damage over an extended period of time. Depending on how long the spell stays on the enemy, it does more damage as the seconds pass. HOT or HOT stands for heal over time. These have the identical effect to the dot spells, only they heal rather than damage. You would generally use these on a friendly target or ally. That's all for this week. Let me know if there's any other acronyms or words that you struggle with when you see them out in the gaming world. Let me know that in the comments below, and until next time, it's game over. You can throw a happy singles party. I did this 3 years in a row, and I invited all of my very best friends, and everybody had a really good time.